fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for it. Trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the gun, it's Allen. That one caught by Gibson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Mike 7.
45. Mike 45. Got one. Shoot.
On 52. 6-6. Pull it high.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Switch up.
Now Allen. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. 45.
Now Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Check. 45.
Hey, Delta.
45. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, and he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Hey, home.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Come to my work.
Hey, Echo.
We won. Come to my work. 45. Mike. 45.
5 wide. What's that?
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get the ball.
Hey, Sam off. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Kill.
So quick on the spin. Nice. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Safety's creeping.
Alert.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
30 base.
Check, 47.
Come on. You better bring it.
Check 26. Back. Check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
24's on the move. 24's on the move.
Single. Single the slot. Mike's 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sherman, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Hey, Zoo.
45 is the mark.
All 52.
You.
Alert.
Dudes. Kill.
To the air, Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning away. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, Team 6. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sherman. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Check.
56, 56.
Check. 45.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Allen. This is brought in by Gibson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check Mike 45. Hey, exit. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Tackles. 45 the Mike. Hey, keep it up. Shoot.
Regular.
Switch.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Going for it on 4th down. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bird. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Allen now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
This time the extra point up and good. And that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Sherman. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there on 1st down. On 1st down, Freeman. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 15.
Protein spill. Now.
Operating from the gun. Sherman gets it off to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
18 Gators.
In your face.
General West.
Check 24. Check 24.
Bravo.
On first down, Sherman. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Looking to throw. Sherman. He completes it to Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Go!
From the gun, Sherman. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Second and 4. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Ito Smith, his first carry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. You don't want nothing.
Ready? To throw on 3rd down. Sherman. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score to get. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Room to run past midfield. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Saints 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. They need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
He's got a man. Allen, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey, Orbit.
Come again. 45's the mic. Hey, defense.
Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Regular.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go.
Smith.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Rock it.
Freeman again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Rush in.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Sherman airing this one out for a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Hey, Charlie.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
You ain't going nowhere.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I can't believe they even let you play. Quick the edge. Come. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd and 2, Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
It's your time, baby.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Crunch. Check the backer. Hey. Switch. 40 seconds.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
On the double.
27, Mike.
Hard.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Hey, Delta.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 64 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen, he's going to wind up and air it out. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Go! 18 Gator. You're out.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Echo.
24. Watch 24. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
To throw on second down. Sherman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Hey, pick it up, defense. 45 to the mic.
Buzz.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Here we go. 45 to the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
5 wide.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, they're scared.
Monday.
Throwing now is Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So don't say nothing. Hey, wahoo!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That one caught by Gibson. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Alert!
45, Mike, 45.
Hey, seam 6.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, exit.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brings up third down.
He's checking. Crack.
Hey. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sherman airing it out, looking for Ridley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and long. He finds his target. It's Evans. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Bravo.
Alert 3. Spot.
Tight.
No. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 4. Kill. Turn it up.
Allen gonna throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check Mike 45. Pick it up.
Go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, lock it.
They toss to Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Sherman. And this is caught by Evans. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Hey, box up.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey! Shoot!
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Sherman. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Sherman. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Sherman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.